Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 315 Granny Square of our 365 Days of Granny Squares. Today's Granny Square is designed by Zelna over at Zooty Owl. A lot of you already know who Zooty Owl is. She's a great designer, and this square is called Zumbe Square. So you can follow along with the written pattern. It's actually part of the Seaside Winter Blanket crochet along over at zootyowlcards.blogspot.com, so make sure you follow along with that crochet along this winter. It's coming up pretty soon. This square is 7 whole rounds today, and we're using quite a few stitches. Single crochets, half double crochets, double crochets, treble crochets. I mean, just a great amount of stitches, and this design is so fabulous. I'm using 7 different colors. I'm changing color every single round, and this is a Red Heart Super Saver yarn. You can see here these are just small amounts of yarn though, so I'm just using scrap yarns. I'm using scraps for all 365 Days of Granny Squares, so I don't actually have specific yardage on how much yarn you're going to need for this square, but this square is quite small. It's a small project here. It's about 21 centimeters, which is about 8.5 inches. So if you need to make this smaller, you can use a smaller hook size. I am going to be demonstrating this with an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters. The written pattern calls for a G hook, which is 4 millimeters. So if you want to use a smaller hook, you can totally do that. Also, you're going to need a scissor and a yarn needle to cut your yarn and sew in your ends, especially if you're changing color as often as I am. Now, you can use a double knitting yarn or a worsted weight yarn. I'm using the worsted weight Red Heart Super Saver yarn in this project. And before we start, I have to mention there are links in the description of this video. So there is a link to the written pattern for this Zumbe square, and you can find that on Zooty Owl's website. Also, there is a link to my Facebook and Instagram, so be sure to share your photos. I have to see your photo for today's square in the comment section on Facebook. Just find this square on Facebook and then share your photo in the comment section. And then if you share a photo on Instagram, make sure you hashtag 365 Days of Granny Squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your square on there. I've been liking all your photos. You guys are so talented. I love that we share this love of crochet on there as well. You can Snapchat me. I'm YARNutopia on Snapchat, so make sure you're following me there. You can see behind the scenes clips of what we do here at YARNutopia headquarters. And lastly, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get that update on when he posts our next video. So now let's get started and make number 315 Granny Square. Let's start out either by making a magic circle or put your short end over the long end and then put your yarn down here like that and pull that through that loop to make a slip knot. I'm going to start this way. Like I said, you could start with the magic circle if you wanted, but we're going to chain 4. So yarn over and pull through 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go all the way into the first chain way over here, make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go in, yarn over, and pull through, and pull through. And there's the ring. And going on to round number 1 right away, we're going to chain up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And what that counts as is the first 3 chains counts as our first double crochet, and then the next 3 chains count as our corner chain 3 space. What is this? Okay, so now we are going to work into this ring here. We are going to put 3 double crochets. So yarn over, go into this ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a double crochet. So I had to put 3 of those. So that was 1. Yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So that's 2 and 3 is this. All right, then we have to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and put 3 more double crochets into the ring. 1, 2, and 3. Then we have to do that again, so chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and put 3 more double crochets into the center ring. You can start to see the square shape starting to form. It's like a traditional granny stitch here. Going on to finishing this round, we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and only put 2 double crochets into the ring to finish this round. And then to close this round, we're going to slip stitch to the 3rd chain of our beginning chain 6 here. 1, 2, 3, go into this first loop and into that second loop. So there's 2 loops on top, 1 loop on the bottom. We're going to yarn over and pull through and through. And that was round 1. Now, if you have the magic circle starting, you will probably not have this big gaping hole in the center. I crocheted over my straggler, so I'm going to pull that tight, and then that closes that center circle. Okay, and then I'll sew that in as well inside and tighten that up even more so there won't be any center circle there. Now, if you are changing color, you can follow along with me. If you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 3 space and chain up 3 and go on to round 2 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn, pull that through and pull it tight. And you can start this round in any corner. So I'm going to go into this corner here. I'm going to change color, so I'm grabbing a new yarn, pulling that through, and then we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. Now in the same space, we are going to put 7 double crochets. So yarn over, go into this chain 3 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, this is 2, this is 3, here's 4, 5, 6, and 7. But essentially it looks like there's 8 double crochets because this chain up 3 in the beginning here counts as a stitch. Now we're going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and we're going to hop into the next chain 3 space, this corner here, and we're going to put 8 double crochets in there. And then we're going to chain 1 and put 8 double crochets in the next chain 3 space and just repeat that around. So I'm just going to do that. If you need to, follow along with the written pattern. Otherwise, I'll meet you up at the end of round 2. Alright, when you make your last grouping of 8 here, we're going to chain 1 and then slip stitch to our beginning chain up 3 right here. 1, 2, 3. Go into the top of there, yarn over and pull through and through. Now, if you are not changing color, you're going to want to slip stitch back into this chain 1 space here like this. But I'm actually going to change color, so I'm going to chain 1 and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull tight. In this next round, we are going to start in any chain 1 space. So right in here, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to grab a new color, hook it on the hook and pull that through. Okay, and for round 3, we're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And again, that counts as our first double crochet of this round. In the same chain 1 space, we are going to put 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to put 3 more double crochets in that same chain 1 space. So 1, here's 2, and here's 3. Okay, so you can kind of see a corner is being made here. Now we are going to, let's see here, skip 2 stitches. So you might have to slide this over to see your first stitch right there. Skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then put a single crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. So go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, that's a single crochet. So next stitch, single crochet. So that's 1, 2, next stitch, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 3, and the next stitch is 4. Then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and in this chain 1 space we're going to make our corner. So that's 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then put 3 more double crochets into that same chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3, and just repeat then all the way around exactly what we did for this side and this corner. So skip 2 stitches. Again, you'll have to slide this over to see that first stitch there. Skip 2 stitches, single crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then skip these last 2 stitches, and in the chain 1 space make your corner. So do that, repeat all the way around, and then I will meet you up for the next round. Alright, when you're finished with this round, making your last 4 single crochet, just skip these last 2 stitches and then slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 here, just like I showed you in the last round. Just go at the top here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into these next 2 stitches and into this corner space here, and then chain up 3 and go on to round 4. But I'm going to chain up 1 and cut this yarn, and then pull that through and pull it tight. We're going to start in a corner in this round, so right in a chain 3 space, and we are going to hook on a new color here, just like that, and then chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3, and again that counts as our first double crochet. Now in the same chain 3 space we're going to put 5 double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So that's 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoops. Oh my goodness, 5. There we go. So essentially, again, it looks like there's 6 double crochets in there because that chain up 3 counts as a stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we are going to double crochet in each of these next 3 double crochets. So right into this stitch here, we're going to double crochet in each one of these next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip these 4 single crochets, and we're going to double crochet in each one of these next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we skipped over those single crochets there. Then we're going to work the corner stitches. We're putting 6 double crochets in the corner, which is the chain 3 space here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're just going to repeat that all the way around now from what we did from this side and this corner all the way around. So double crochet in each of these next 3 stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Skip all 4 of these next single crochets here, and then double crochet in the last 3 stitches on this side, and then put 6 double crochets in your corner. So I'll do that all the way around, and I'll meet you up for round 5. Alright, when you're finished with this round, we have to slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 right here. Just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Alright, going on to the next round, whether or not you're changing color, you're going to have to fasten off here. So chain 1 and cut that yarn, pull it through, and pull tight. We are going to start round 5 in a chain 5 space. So right in here, we're going to insert our hook, and I'm going to change color. You don't have to change color if you don't want to, but I'm going to hook on a new color here, and we are going to chain up 5. So, or I'm sorry, don't chain up 5, chain up 3. We're starting in a chain 5 space. That's what happened. That's what the written pattern says. So in a chain 5 space, chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now we are going to put a treble crochet into the same chain 5 space. So a treble crochet is actually yarn over twice, go into the chain 5 space, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. And what this actually is going to count as is the first chain up 3 here and this treble crochet. It's going to count as a treble crochet 2 together. Okay? Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to treble crochet 2 together. So it's like a 2 treble crochet cluster. So yarn over twice, go in to this chain 5 space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 more loops, but hold it. We're going to yarn over twice again, then yarn over, don't yarn over, go in to the chain 5 space, then yarn over and pull that through, then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, yarn over and pull through 2 more loops. So now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. And that's a treble crochet 2 together. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put another 2 treble crochets together. So again, yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to put another treble crochet 2 together in there. So yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over twice, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. All right. Now it looks like there's 4 groupings in that chain 5 space with the chain 2 in between each one. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches. So skip this double crochet and this double crochet, and we're going to put a half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the stitch here, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. That's a half double crochet. So again, yarn over, go into the very next stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to skip 4 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So remember, a half double crochet is yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So we just did 2 there. Then we're going to skip these last 2 stitches, and we're going to make our groupings in this chain 5 space here. So we're going to make a treble crochet 2 together. Okay. Then we're going to chain 2 and make another treble crochet 2 together. And then chain 2, then treble crochet 2 together. And then chain 2, and then another treble crochet 2 together. Okay, and now we're just going to repeat exactly what we did from this grouping across this side to this grouping and around. So skip 2 stitches and then half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, then chain 4, skip 4 stitches, half double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then skip those last 2 stitches and then make your treble crochet groupings in this next chain 5 space. If you need to, you can rewind this to see how I made those treble crochets in that chain 5 space, or you can follow along with the written pattern. I'll meet you up at the end of this round and we'll go on to the next round together. Alright, when you finish this round, skip these last 2 stitches and then slip stitch to the first treble crochet. Okay, so not this chain up 3 here. We're actually going to go into the treble crochet and then yarn over and pull through and through for a slip stitch. Now if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 2 space, slip stitch into this cluster here, this treble crochet cluster, and then into this chain 2 space here. So we're going to start in the chain 2 space between the 4 groupings, this grouping of 4 clusters, okay? We're going to start in the middle one. I'm going to fasten off and change color, so chain 1, cut the yarn, pull it through, pull tight, and if you look at your corner here, you can see your clusters. There's 4 clusters, and then there's 3 chain 2 spaces. We're going to start in the middle chain 2 space, and I'm grabbing a new color, hook that on your hook and pull it through. And then for round 6, we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. And in the same space, we are going to put 2 double crochets. So remember, a double crochet is yarn over once, go in, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Okay? So 2 double crochets, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more double crochets in that same space. 1, 2, and 3. So there's our corner of our square. Now we're going to put 3 double crochets into the next chain 2 space. So very next chain 2 space is right here. We're going to put 3 double crochets in there. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets into this next gap between this cluster here and this half double crochet. So you can see this gap right here. We're going to put 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. Then we're going to put 5 double crochets into the chain 4 space. So skip this half double crochet here. We're going to put 5 double crochets into this chain 4 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Then we're going to put 2 double crochets into the next gap between the half double crochets and the cluster right here. So put 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets in there. Okay, then we're going to put 3 double crochets in this next chain 2 space right here. 1, 2, and 3. Now in the next chain space, right after this cluster right here, we're going to make our corner. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. So 3, 3, and 3. And we're working double crochets in this whole round here. Okay, so now we're just going to repeat what we did for this whole side and this corner for each side and each corner around. So I'll show you again. In this chain 2 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Then this gap right after this cluster here and before these half double crochets, we're going to put 2 double crochets in there. Then in the chain 4 space, we're going to put 5 double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to skip over these half double crochets. In this gap between them, between the half double crochets and these clusters here, we're going to put 2 double crochets in there. Then in this next chain 2 space right here, we're going to put 3 double crochets in that chain 2 space. Then in the very next chain 2 space, we're going to put our corner stitches. So that's 3 double crochets, chain 3, and 3 double crochets. So again, if you need to, you can rewind this to see exactly what I did, or follow along with the written pattern that's linked in the description of this video. But I'm going to finish this round off camera. It's just a repeat, so I won't make you watch me do the whole thing. But we'll definitely meet you up at the end of this round, and we'll go on to round 7 together. When you finish this round, be sure to slip stitch to the top of your chain up 3, this beginning chain up 3 here, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. At this point, if you're not changing color and going on to the last round, just slip stitch into these next 2 stitches and into the corner, and then chain up 3 and go on to round 7. I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn, pull it through and pull tight, and I'm grabbing my last color here, hooking it on my hook in the corner. And then, now this round, actually, if you wanted to, you can do single crochets instead. Just substitute them for what I'm going to call double crochets. I'm going to do double crochets because that's what the written pattern is calling for. So we're going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. And in the same corner, we're going to put 1 more double crochet. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and again we're going to put 2 more double crochets into this corner. Okay, so it looks like there's 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 double crochets in the corner, and that's how all the corners are going to look. Now we're going to put 1 double crochet into each stitch on the side, so it's a basic double crochet round here. But like I said, you could do single crochets instead if you wanted to do a single crochet round, if your square is as big as you want it to be. But I am just going to double crochet into each stitch, and then in the corners we're putting 2 double crochet, chain 3, and 2 double crochets. So you can just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up when I'm about to fasten off. When you're finished double crocheting all the way around, make sure to slip stitch to the top of your chain up 3, right in there, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And then we can fasten off. So chain 1, cut your yarn, pull that through and pull it tight, and then sew in your ends. Just yarn your needle like this. I might need a bigger needle. There we go. And then just go in behind your work and weave that in just like so. Okay, and there it is. Number 315 granny square is finished. Big thank you to Zooty Owl for allowing us to use this pattern in our project. You might need to block this square, but it turned out so fabulous. So thank you so much for watching every single day. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you could, hit that I in the corner of your video and support YARNutopia. You know, I could buy a skein of yarn or something. So if you like this video, we can keep bringing you crochet content if you support us. So thanks so much. I will see you tomorrow. Happy hooking!